Dan Henry here, and I thought I would take this beautiful Sunday to do a little live Q&A on how to sell online courses. So I'll let people get on here. I don't do a lot of YouTube lives. I do mostly Facebook lives. So we'll see how this goes. If it goes well, I'll do some more YouTube lives. You guys let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do more YouTube lives. Anyway, so like I said, this is a Q&A on how to sell online courses. Forgive my appearance, I have Sunday hair. But anyway, real quick before we get started, as you guys know that, my main business is selling my advice, selling education, online courses. I do have a software, but, that's a new venture that I recently started, and the bulk of my income and my business is selling education, online courses. It's pretty much what got me everything I have. My life here in St. Pete, my dream home, as you can see, just good doctors for my son, nice cars, all that stuff. And also, more importantly than all that, the ability to impact thousands of lives and help so many people with their businesses and with their mindset and just with what they're doing in their life. So for those of you out there that are authors, experts, coaches, consultants, and you want to build a scale a business and build a business selling your advice, especially on autopilot. And that's the thing, is my whole thing is on autopilot. We run traffic to an automated webinar and people buy. That's I don't do like live promotions, affiliates. I don't do any of that stuff. I am one of the best in the world at automated online course profits. And so if you're an author, expert, coach, whatever, and you're thinking about selling an online course, I'd be happy to answer a few questions today. Let me walk down to my dock. So feel free. Let's see. We'll do live chat here. Yeah. I think I don't do YouTube live a lot. Hey man, I love an Arab for life. That's an interesting name. Hey man, I love your vids. Was wondering, how do I find the right people to target on Facebook to buy my phone flipping course? Yeah, great question. So I cover this in my sold out courses program a lot, but basically what you want to do is the end result is to get a lookalike audience. So whatever targeting you do in the beginning is really just a eventual means to an end for you to get a lookalike audience. That means if you have a bunch of people that have signed up for your webinar and you create a lookalike audience based off those people, that will probably be one of your best audiences, okay? So in the beginning, you might struggle a little bit with targeting, but you're gonna have to test and, try a lot of different audiences. Facebook does change audiences a lot, but they don't change lookalikes. They'll always have lookalikes. So I would say whatever targeting you're doing, even if it's not working that well, don't worry. The more people that register for your webinar, the easier it will be to create a lookalike audience, and eventually targeting won't be an issue at all. Seth says, do you think webinars are becoming oversaturated, or are they still as relevant? So that right there is a question I get a lot, and that's not a question of mechanics. That's a question of mindset. Of course, webinars are not oversaturated. That's an insane thought. Bad webinars are oversaturated. If you do anything good, it will work. Okay? I run webinars, and we make $500,000 a month running webinars. Might hit 600,000 this month. So when somebody says, are they oversaturated? I laugh. Like, no, they're not. But if you do them well, they're going to work for you, period. Dan, I haven't done a webinar yet and have 200 students for a $997. Do you do one-on-one? I have the Webby built out and would love advice. Yeah, I do one-on-one. I'm $1,500 an hour. I did 3 of those this week. But most of the people that do my one-on-one, they're already at like high 6-7 figures. I have a program called Sold Out Courses, and it includes a week. It's actually a better deal because it not only includes the Sold Out Courses curriculum, but you get on one weekly call with me which is a group call, and everybody gets 10, 15, sometimes 20 minutes with me each on this call. And then the second call is with my media buyer that I trained to run my Facebook ads. And so that's a good one to go on for ads. So that would probably be honestly more valuable to you than my one-on-one, because you would get constant support each and every week, and as new problems come up or you need help with new things, you would get that support each and every week. And I don't need to give you an hour of advice to fix one thing. I only need 10 minutes, and then you go work on it, you come back. So, and we have massive results in that program. What else? Let's see here. How do I make 1K per day? Well, I don't know, man. That's a weird question. Sell one hand job for $1,000 per day? I don't know. Like, it depends on what you sell. Like, I can't. Then you just said you are my role model. Oh, that's ironic. I don't know, man. Like, it depends on what you're selling, right? Like, that's such a vague question. If you can be more specific, then yeah. Dan, have you ever tried business-to-business webinars as a digital marketer? Well, again, that depends. Like, so I have a webinar right now that's running for sold-out courses, and that is only for existing coaches, experts, whatever. So I guess you could call that business to business. I'm not sure. I have run a VSL to real estate agents. That's how I got a lot of my real estate clients when I had an agency. So yeah, I have. When making a course isn't a bad idea to oversaturate the market you teach. For instance, if you do a Shopify course, everyone gets into Shopify. It makes it harder for me to keep my Shopify store. Well, you're also going to make a lot more money selling education than you will selling fidget spinners. I don't ever look at competition ever, because here's the thing, right? Some people say this to me. They say, well, they'll say like, hey, why would you want to create all this competition, right? Or aren't you afraid people are going to copy you? Well, here's my answer to that. In order to succeed at business and to be the best, you have to have passion, right? So if you don't have passion, when an inevitable problem comes up, and it will, you will not be willing to solve that problem and deal with it. I have passion, so I'm willing to deal with it. That's how I got to $500,000 a month, and hopefully now 600, is I'm willing to deal with the problems because I'm passionate about what I do. So there have been hundreds of people that have copied my course, copied my webinar, and none of them are even remotely close to where I'm at. Why? Well, it's because funnel hacking doesn't work. That's a myth, okay? It just doesn't work, okay? You can't copy someone's stuff and make decent. You can make beer money, but you can't make real money because you don't have the passion. You don't have the passion to do it. Okay? You won't deal with what I'm willing to deal with because I have passion. So I would not worry about that. 99% of people don't have the passion. Ron says, my program over Sam's. I like Sam a lot, but, it depends on who you resonate with. We're very different. Like, I teach the auto webinar thing, no phone team. He teaches the phone team thing. It depends on just what you want to do. He's awesome. I would never say anything bad about Sam. I've bought his stuff, I'm in his mastermind because I think it's a good mastermind to be in. But it depends on who you resonate with, like whose style you like more, etc. Whether that be me, Sam, Russell, whatever, bottom line. I think that my strength is that my education is direct, it's to the point, it's no bullshit. I don't have 3-hour videos, or I don't ramble on. Like, I remember watching some Russell Brunson stuff. I love Russell, right? But like, some of his stuff is like, it's like 3 hours long, and I'm just like, dude, I got shit to do, So one thing I'm very direct, to the point, boom, 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 and I cut out the fluff, But that's just my style. So it depends on what you want. Some people like 3-hour videos. I can't deal with that. If everyone learns what I do and how I do it, it'll make it harder for me to do my thing. You get what I mean? Well, then your thing ain't that special. It's not that special then. If everyone can learn it and how to do it, then it ain't that special. That's what you got to think about. Working from home, is that a good idea when you want to build $1 million business? So I made $1 million in my boxers in my bedroom before I even had an assistant. Literally, I hired my first personal assistant after I made $1 million. So, yeah. How much revenue would you say you need to generate from your agency before you create a course? I don't know, man. I mean, it depends on, like, God, you guys in these weird questions today. I don't know. When do you feel that you can help people? You know, it depends on what you want to teach, etc. 1,000 if you jump in the water with all your clothes on and phone in hand. Dude, I made $1,000 since I've been on this live. Get out of here. Get out of here. What are the initial costs for developing a course? What's the best platform to use for online courses? Initial cost, it depends on what software you use. If you just use, say, ClickFunnels and you use their email, then that's $300 a month. And then that's really it. I mean, Keynote's free. Can't think of another expense. I made $100,000 my first month organically, and I just had ClickFunnels. I guess maybe Zoom for a live webinar, if you want to do your webinar live once. I'm not a big live webinar guy. If I do a webinar live, it's just to test it, just to validate it. So not much, you know, not much. It's more the investment here, the focus. That's more what it is. Let's see here. Platform. ClickFunnels is fine to get started. How did you set up your course? I know it's WordPress. Is there a developer you would recommend? So my course right now is set up on a really custom deal. Don't worry about what I do, because the reason I do what I do is because I'm at massive scale, and there's issues that happen at massive scale that don't happen when you're only doing like $50,000 a month. So don't worry about what I do. It's massively complicated, custom developers. Don't worry about it. How can I learn about your sold out courses class? You can go to soldoutcourses.com. And if you go to, like I said, if you go to soldoutcourses.com, it'll redirect the page a couple times, but it'll land on a webinar, and you can watch that. And if it makes sense to you, and you will get value out of it. I teach some cool stuff in there, but if it makes sense to you and you dig it, then you can book a call with my team, and we'll see what's going on with your business. And if it seems like we can help, we'll tell you what we got going on. If not, then you'll at least know what's wrong with your business. So, okay, let's see. ClickFunnels versus Builderall. Definitely ClickFunnels. That's like saying Red Lobster versus McDonald's. Don't bring that Builderall shit on my live. Definitely ClickFunnels. The reason I asked Dan is I'm on ClickFunnels and people slip in. Yeah, that's because you didn't set it up right. I know the issue you're talking about. If you don't set it up right, people can get access to your course. You got to do it right. Yeah. And it's all in their support docs, but basically you have to do it where each one is required to have a purchase. So like, I can't walk it through you here right now, but basically you have to, like, on each one of your modules, you have to set a permission, and they have to have that product for that permission. So you just set it up wrong, that's all. Best resources for learning copywriting? Ooh, depends on what type of copywriting. I like Ben Settle. Yeah, I just had a couple hour call with him last week. Oh God, don't use Samcart. No, yeah, that's why. No Samcart. I used to do consulting for online courses, and every time, like, I used to do direct, well, I still do, but I used to there was like 7-figure businesses that had online courses that needed help. And I remember I'd go in and I said, I'm not even going to work with you if you use Samcart. Like, just don't use Samcart. If you're on ClickFunnels, just use the damn ClickFunnels order page and order stuff. Okay, that's why you're having an issue. All right, just if you're gonna look, here's a golden rule. whatever platform you guys are on, especially if you're a beginner, stick to that one platform, an all-in-one platform. Because once you start trying to connect platforms, shit gets real hairy real quick. Hey Dan, when you started out, what was the journey of crushing your own limiting beliefs and fears? Well, I guess for me, it was about hanging out with people that achieve things and realizing that they didn't care about certain things, you know, and that they didn't let certain things bother them. And so as I hung out with those people, I realized, well, if this doesn't bother this person and they are at this level, then obviously it shouldn't bother me. So I would recommend maybe like spend some money on some, you know, good coaching or masterminds or whatever, and just get around people. Like the people in my sold out courses program, they don't just crush it because of me. They crush it because they're in an environment where everybody else is trying to do the same exact thing. And, you know, like they realize like, oh, this person doesn't worry about this, so why would I have to worry about it? And it's just being in a good environment. You are the sum average of your the closest 5 friends. So if you hang out with people that work at McDonald's, you're probably going to be a great burger flipper, but that's about it. But you hang out with people who are crushing it in their business, maybe you'll crush it in your business. Something like that. So, but you guys got any more questions? It's not bad. YouTube, 28 people. I normally have like 100 people on Facebook, but that's okay. Does anybody have any questions for Batman?
I will not answer questions. I am Batman. What do you think I am?
Let's see. How do you suggest networking and making friends on the internet? I don't really look to make friends. I look to make money. I guess you could post pictures of your ass on Instagram. I don't know. I run paid traffic, bro. I don't want to network with nobody. I hate networking. I hate making friends. I hate going to conferences. I just want to run ads to a solid webinar and convert it into more money than I put in. That's it. That's what I do. What made you want to get the domain Get Clients? I don't know. I randomly searched it one day and it was available and I was willing to pay the price, and so I bought it. I don't know. I didn't like have a dream where like there was like these big breasted women with a Get Clients tattoo fanning me and I went, "It's a sign." Like, I don't know, man. I just saw the domain and I was like, oh shit, that's a great domain. I didn't really think about it. Did you script out your webinar word for word before you actually did your first one? Well, I mean, I had the basic bullet points and then I would read the bullet points and expand on each one. But I have a process. I have my own proprietary process for webinars that I developed and refined over the past 3 years. And it's a mixture of a lot of stuff I learned from other people, stuff I came up with myself, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah. Do you ever offer access to your courses for free? No. Why would I do that? Would you go to a car dealership and say, do you ever give your cars away for free? Like, why would I do that? So the answer is no. What else we got here? Hey Dan, beautiful Sunday, huh? Yep, you inspire me a lot. I'm local Tampa Bay resident. Thank you for all you've taught me, Value King. Well, you're welcome, man. Thank you. I'm not answering agency questions. Can't pronounce your name. Again, look at the title of this video. Q&A for selling online courses. Who's your inspiration? Who's my inspiration? Probably Jordan Belfort. I don't know. I don't really think about that stuff. I don't think about who's my inspiration. I don't know. You know, it's funny, if you guys sat in a room with a bunch of millionaires, nobody talks like that. Nobody's like, oh, who's your inspiration? Like, nobody gives a shit. We're just trying to do our thing. I don't know. The fucking Bodhidharma, I don't know. I have no idea who my inspiration is. How do you build an incentive for people to purchase a more expensive course? Define more expensive. By the way, my name is Renee Gonzalez. Do you have a morning routine of visualizing success? Yeah, I get my ass out of bed and I go to the office. I don't. You guys and all your hippie shit, I swear. Just get up and make shit happen. Like, I don't meditate or fucking draw my dreams on the wall or what other weird shit do people do?
You're very self-motivated.
Self-motivated. Oh, I
You don't
am.
need inspiration. You are inspired.
You know what inspired me? When we had no fucking money and we couldn't pay the electric. That's what the fuck inspired me. Okay? There you go. That's what inspired me. There's your inspiration. I don't like being poor. Okay? That was it. I don't know. Okay, another thing that inspired me was the fact that when I went to college, right, I would see all of these people that would spend all this money on college and then they would get out of college and they would have no skills. And I'm like, that inspired me to create better education because, sorry, college ain't doing it, all right? I give way better education than almost any college in this country could afford, except for unless you're gonna be a fucking brain surgeon. And that's why my son doesn't need to go to college unless you want to be a lawyer or a doctor. I would never put you $70,000 with 20% annual recurring interest in debt to start your life off. It's like the worst thing you can do as a parent. Put your kid in debt so they learn something that maybe will get them a $50,000 a year job. That's called bad parenting, okay? You're a messy fucker, aren't you? Look at that. What is that? You put a raincoat on him? That's how messy you are? Holy shit.
He's eating pasta.
He's so angry.
He's excited about the phone.
Anyway, what was the other question? More expensive equals as in a second level course with more in-depth content than the first one. Well, here's a question for you, Keto. Why don't you just create one course that fully solves their problem and sell them that instead of creating something shitty and then selling them something less shitty? What organic ways do you suggest selling an online course? Well, I built a community. I did a lot of lives, Facebook community, the same stuff everybody else does. I just do it better. Like, you guys are always worried about the method and you're not worried about the execution. Like, have you ever thought, like, maybe I don't need a course on a method. Maybe I need a course on how to get good at what the fuck I'm doing. Imagine that. Imagine if somebody, instead of teaching you a model or a method, imagine if they taught you how to be really good at what you do. I know that you don't want to buy that, right? Because that means you have to work. I know, that's terrible. Oh God, wait, I have to be good at something? Like, what is a coach? Is a coach somebody that teaches you a method, or is a coach somebody that gets you good at a method? Like, you ever think about that? Like, maybe you don't need the new shiny object. Maybe you just need to get good at what, like, I don't really do anything differently. I don't have a secret. Like, I do an ad to a webinar. Like, a lot of people do ads to a webinar. Why am I better than everybody else? It's because I worked harder and I got good at it. And what I teach in my Sold Out Courses program is how to get good at it. But because I've already been through it all, I can shortcut people. I can get people there faster, okay? I can get people there without all of the freaking crap that I had to go through. I made one sale for a $9.97 course with about $100 ad spent. How should I wisely put more money or scale that ad? Started with $5, now at $10 per day. Why don't you just keep running it? Why don't you just like not change anything and just let it keep running? You know, see, that's the thing. That one sale, it doesn't really mean much because you want to get a ton of different sales. Plus, when you run ads, Facebook doesn't tell you this, but they naturally allocate your cold ad dollars to people who already follow you, right? So here's one trick to see if your ad really converts. Because this is what, you ever notice that you'll run an ad, it'll convert, and then all of a sudden it won't like 2 weeks later. Some people think that's burnout. That's not. That's Facebook attributing your spend to people who have already engaged with you. So they're technically warm, even though you think you're targeting cold. So one trick is to make an audience of people that have liked your page, visited your page, been on your website, watched your videos, pretty much anybody that is in your audience, and then exclude them. You exclude that audience from that new cold ad. And when you do that, now you get true data on how well your ad is performing dead cold. Oh, golden nugget. Oh yeah. See, you guys don't know that shit, do you? Oh, there's about 500 of those things that you don't know, but you would know if you were in my Sold Out Courses program. And if you want to see if it's for you, go to soldoutcourses.com. Is it possible to have as much impact in France as it is in the United States? I don't know. I mean. Why would you think you wouldn't? That's my question. Is it because French people are, a little self-centered and they don't like Americans? I don't know, okay? I don't need your fucking advice because I am French. I don't know, man. Why wouldn't you, French people need advice too. Maybe they're not drinking their wine properly or something. I don't know. Should I set up a retargeting ad right after creating the main ad? Or when should I run the retargeting ad, if that's a proper question to ask? So I always set up my retargeting first. Because here's the thing, there's no harm in it if there's nothing to retarget, because Facebook won't spend your money if there's nobody to target. So I set that shit up first, get it out of the way, make sure it's all solid, and then I run cold ads so that I don't have to, why would you run cold ads? Because retargeting is what really makes it work, right? That's what really makes it work. So why wouldn't you set that up first? I set it up before I run cold ads. He's so excited. He wants to be in the camera.
He's like you. He's so excited.
He's a ham. He wants to be a star. You don't want to be a star, Bruce. You got to go live on YouTube and answer a bunch of questions. You don't want to do that. Nah, yeah, he does. He's like, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. You got to learn to eat neatly first. Freaking raincoat and shit. No, he's 9 months. 9 months. He's got a baby face like his dad. See the face? He loves that. Oh, see what else we got. Is selling a course the quickest way to 200 on ClickFunnels? 200 what? What are you talking about? Is selling a course the quickest way to anything is properly formatting complete sentences. That's the quickest way. What the fuck are you talking about? Is selling a course the quickest way to 200 on 200 what? I don't know what you're talking about. I would ask the question again, please. I don't know what you're saying. How old are you, Dan? I am 17 years old. No, I'm 32. I'm 32 years old. You know what I'm going to do? Like, all these people think I'm like 17, 18. I should just start like trolling them.
You're almost 33.
I should like go to a high school and walk in, because I could walk. I'm like a day walker. Like, I could go to a high school and like no one would bat an eye. I could just walk in unnoticed, and I could just like go live, and I could walk down the hallway, and I could be like, like I could like hold up my Rolex and be like, how does this 17-year-old afford a Rolex? And like do an ad. People would be looking at me like, what the fuck? I'm like the day walker. I could just walk in there completely, nobody would know. Great answer, Dan. Necessity is the mother of invention. By the way, it's really great to see the dad-son duo in the same frame. Keep crushing, thanks. 200 referrals. 200 referrals. You know what annoys me? People that don't fully explain what the fuck they're asking, but expect some sort of award-winning, guru-level, fucking Dalai Lama shit from me. Referrals. Are you talking about, like, ClickFunnels affiliate sales? Is that what you're talking about? Like, you mean referring 200 people to ClickFunnels? Why do you want to refer people to ClickFunnels? Why don't you just sell your course and make money that way? I don't get it. Me and my friends started an agency a few weeks ago and almost landed a $5,000 a month retainer client by cold calling. My question is, do you think cold calling is effective in the Tampa Bay area? Anything is effective in any area if you're good at it. Just be good at it. Like, God, you guys are so method driven and you're not execution driven. It is not effective if you suck at it. It is effective if you are good at it. End of story. Also, never base your results on one result. That could have been a complete fluke, or maybe it's not. Science tells us that to come to any sort of determination on whether or not a method works, you need 5,000 inputs of data. That means you would have had to call 5,000 people in order to make any sort of assumption on whether that works or not, okay? So, there. But I promise you, if you do it well, yeah. Or is running Facebook ads more effective for getting clients? It depends. If you're better at cold calling, then cold calling will be better. If you're better at running ads, then ads will be better, okay? That's what it is. I mean, if you're if you're trying to get like a very specific client, probably cold calling, just because you may not have the reach on Facebook or the targeting ability. But if it's like a general client, like a gym owner or something, it'll come down to which one you're better at. Would it make sense to send a shortened webinar to people who bounce before the pitch? Maybe a shortened video that gets to the point, or stick to the replay and leave it at that? Replay's fine, re-register's fine, and then email launch sequence after that is fine. That's what I do. Word, thank you for the honesty. Well, you'll never get anything but that from me. Promise you that. Maybe I just needed to hear you say it. Well, yeah, you know what's funny? You know how many people have bought my course or variety of whatever I was selling, who they say, Dan, do you think this will work for me? And I say, you know it'll work for you, but yes, I give you permission to buy. Sometimes people just need permission to buy. Like literally, they know they want to buy. They're on the fence. They just need somebody to say, it's okay. Go ahead and buy. So it's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's okay. You're fine. You can do it. I give you permission. But anyway, listen, I'm gonna bounce, guys. So listen, if you enjoyed this live and you want to see how I built a multiple seven-figure online course with just one automatic evergreen webinar, then you can go to soldoutcourses.com, and you can watch a 50-minute training, which will show you how. And if that training resonates with you and you need some more help from me, there'll be an opportunity to book a call with my team where we are going to do a free strategy session and look at what's going on with your course business or your idea for your course, and see what the problem is and if we can solve it. And if so, we'll tell you what we can do for you. That's it, okay? So soldoutcourses.com, and then like and share this. I don't know YouTube very well. Can you tag people? I don't know. I'm a Facebook guy, but we spent $100,000 on YouTube ads last month, so I guess I'm a YouTube guy too. I don't know. Anyway, do all that. See you guys later. Have a great one. Now I got to figure out how to end this live. Yep, there we go. All right, bye-bye.